All right, you all, buckle up because I'm about to spill the tea on this crazy roller coaster ride I've been through. Let me tell you, life hasn't been a walk in the park for me the past couple of years. It all started when I married Jared, the man of my dreams, or so I thought. Little did I know that his family would become the nightmare I never signed up for. Greta, my mother-in-law, seemed like a sweet lady at first, but damn was I wrong. Underneath that fake smile, she had a dark side that would make any hard metal song seem like a lullaby. And don't even get me started on Todd, my father-in-law. He was your classic creepy old man, always giving me the side eye and making inappropriate comments that made my skin crawl. It was like living in a twisted episode of a reality show gone wrong. The breaking point came shortly after marrying Jared, when Todd, powered by liquid courage and a twisted sense of entitlement, made a disgusting, inappropriate advance towards me. I was shocked, disgusted, and outraged. I mustered up the courage to tell Jared and Greta about what had happened, thinking they would have my back. But oh no, they didn't. Instead, they gaslit me, brushed it off, and labeled me as some sort of attention-seeking drama queen. Can you believe the audacity? Anybody who has been in my position understands how hurtful it is to not be believed, and I couldn't escape it since this was my literal family. Some of you free-spirited ladies must be saying, "Girl, why didn't you leave?" And I've been trying to answer that same question myself, to be honest. Unfortunately, though, I stayed, and boy, oh boy, did that turn out to be a mistake. From that moment on, the trust between Jared and me shattered into a million pieces. We fought like cats and dogs, each argument pushing us closer to the edge of divorce. I couldn't believe my own husband wouldn't stand up for me, wouldn't believe me when I was telling the goddamn truth. Years went by, and the arguing decreased, but because we didn't officially solve anything, there was tension in the house. Obviously, because of what I told Greta and Jared that day, and because of their inability to believe me, I was left out on a lot of family gatherings and events. It made me sick knowing that Todd was getting away with everything while I became the outcast. My sadness and frustration turned into purebred anger, and I began to plot my revenge. Let me tell you, revenge is a dish best served cold, and this Latina knows how to keep it icy. I decided that I wasn't going to let these people tear me down. All right, listen up, because this is where things get really juicy. So there I was, Dee Dee, feeling trapped in this suffocating snare of dysfunction. Divorce seemed like the only way out. But let's be real, I was a simple housewife without fancy degrees or a fat bank account. Leaving Jared would mean leaving with next to nothing. You see, I wanted more than just alimony, and I wasn't about to let those conniving snakes win with a simple divorce. Nay, nay. I racked my brain trying to come up with a plan to get back at them, to show them that I wasn't just some damsel in distress waiting to be rescued. To show them that what happened to me was real, but every idea that popped into my head seemed too tame, too predictable. I needed some epic, something that would make them regret ever doubting and discarding me. And then it hit me like a Cardi B beat drop. Jared's phone. I knew he was the type to keep secrets locked away in that little device of his. So one night, while he was snoring away like a hibernating bear, I seized the opportunity. I gently placed his thumb on the phone's sensor, unlocking it without a hitch. And just like that, I had access to a treasure trove of information. I dug through his texts, his emails, and his digital footprints, searching for any evidence that could be my ticket to vengeance. And boy, did I strike gold. There, nestled between messages about mundane daily tasks, were conversations between Jared and my mother-in-law. They were talking about something that sent shivers down my spine. They were planning to move Greta and Todd into our very own home. I was fuming. How dare they? What reason did they want to move into our house, you ask? Because they wanted to be closer to Jared and I, to mend the relationship that had been broken for so long. Let me tell you, I could smell the lies from a mile away. Want to know how I knew it was all bull? Because it turns out that it was nasty, dirty, dusty, crusty, musty old Todd who had the idea in the first place. I knew that Slimeball thought it was time for him to commence his second offense since he thought so much time had passed, and that no one would believe me yet again. He's a dog, I tell you. Now, even though I was livid, you all should know I'm not the type to go crazy just like that. I realized that I could use this to my advantage. I didn't want them to know that I got the upper hand, so I kept this information to myself and plotted what comes next. It had been a couple of months since my discovery, and things were moving faster and faster. I've been checking Jared's phone from time to time, updating myself on the plans for Greta and Todd to move in, and the days were slowly approaching. I also found out in those texts that Jared was planning on springing this news up on me. Can you imagine? The nerve! It did not matter because I had a plan. The next day I got to work. I put on something nice, set the lights down low, lit some candles, put on some smooth jazz, and welcomed my husband home. He was surprised to see the house in such a relaxing and calming mood. Guess he wasn't used to this, since we would normally do our own thing when he got home. Hey, babe, welcome home. I've been planning a little surprise for you. Come in, take a load off, and soak up this cozy atmosphere. Wow, babe, what's all this? I'm scared. Scared of what, babe? I'm doing something nice for you. Well, I guess I'm just surprised is all. Babe, don't be like that. I did all of this for you. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Wow, you've outdone yourself, baby. It feels like I just stepped into a romantic movie scene. Well, you've been working your butt off, and I wanted to spoil you a bit. You deserve it, my hard-working man. Oh, thanks, babe. You always know how to make me feel special. So what's the treat? I'm all ears. I'm going to give you the most relaxing foot massage ever. I've got some special oils lined up to work their magic on those tired feet of yours. You know me so well, baby. Your foot massage sounds like heavenly right now. Of course, my dear. Let me work my magic and make you feel like a king. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the royal treatment. He complied. Feeling princely and regal, he sat down, and I knew that I had to begin my attack now. I got to work washing his feet intentionally and massaging them slowly and soothingly. He groaned in appreciation. You know, Jared, I've always admired your confidence and intelligence. Sometimes I feel like I can't keep up with all those smart people things. Oh, come on, baby. You're plenty smart. Don't sell yourself short. But I mean, you didn't even finish college. Exactly. Sometimes I feel like I'm no good at anything. That's okay, baby. You've got me to lean on. Yes, babe. You're so reliable and kind, and you're so smart. I am pretty smart, aren't I? The smartest Pookie. Oh, babe, you're spoiling me too much. But go on. I'm so grateful that I married such a smart, strong, handsome man. You always take care of me, baby. Just doing my job, babe. And you're the best at it, I swear. No one else could do what you do. I've been trying to sign something for a minute, and I'm a bit confused. Can you help me? He started smirking, bathing in all the glory I was giving him, and my asking him for something was like the icing on the cake. He was so big-headed. Sure, babe, anything you need. I don't mind lending my expertise to anyone who needs it. Okay, so next to you, you'll see a document, and there are just so many lines for me to sign. Okay, so what's the issue? Well, because I haven't written in a long time, my handwriting is awful. I'm scared I'm going to mess up the paper. Dee Dee, don't be silly. All signatures look a bit messy. But I like your signature. It's one of class and elegance. People are going to take me seriously when they see your lovely signature. It looks very well educated. Oh, does it? Uh-huh. Please sign it for me, baby. All right, I'll sign it for you. Great, just sign on all the dotted lines, please. Yeah, I know how it works, babe. I'm the one who went to college, remember? I swallowed my pride because I was about to throw the dirty water in his face, but I was on a mission. I was anxious, I'm not going to lie. I was depending on his relaxed state for him to just casually sign it and not read it, because if he began to read it, I'd be screwed. Luckily, what I predicted would happen actually happened, and with an air of boasting, he casually and lazily signed the document, sealing his fate. I had Jared right where I wanted him, all relaxed and wrapped around my finger. He had no idea what was about to go down. After he drifted off into dreamland, enjoying the hard work I put in and snoring away, I seized the opportunity to dive into his phone yet again. And guess what? I struck gold. Or rather, a toxic revelation. There it was, plain as day, a conversation between Todd and Jared. Todd was all hyped up, excited about moving in and mending the oh-so-broken relationship between yours truly and him. Can you believe the audacity? Hey, Jared, I've been missing Dee Dee so much. I really want to fix things between us. Can't wait to move in. Yeah, Dad, I'm sure she'll be excited once I announce the news. But you guys were meant to move in earlier. How long until you come to this side? Just 1 more month, son. We thought that we'd get the house exterminated and fumigated since we'd be gone for a while, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I couldn't help but recoil in disgust, feeling a mix of anger and betrayal coursing through my veins. That sick man, Todd, knew he had bad intentions, and my stupidly doting husband was none the wiser. Nonetheless, everyone appeared to be keeping information from me, waiting to blindside me so that I didn't have a say. Well, guess what, boys? Mama's got her game plan, and it's time to turn the tables. With a sly grin on my face, I swiftly whisked away those signed documents, hiding them in a safe place. They were my golden ticket, and all I needed was a month. Perfect. As for the rest of the evening, I played it cool, continuing my charade of pampering and spoiling Jared. Oh, the irony. He was about to get a rude awakening when Mommy and Daddy dearest surprised me with their visit. Well, folks, this is the moment you've been waiting for, the revenge. 1 month had passed, and surely enough, my mother-in-law and father-in-law were due to come in. I acted like I didn't know Jack. Honestly, I should get an Oscar. Jared was excited all morning. He thought that all of this was a good idea, but he was about to be sorely mistaken. Lunchtime arrived, and so did my in-laws. I answered the door because Jared told me to get in. I opened the door, and I found Greta beaming from ear to ear, as well as Todd, who was licking his lips at me, standing behind his wife, and a U-Haul in the driveway. Oh, you two. Hello, dear. It's been a while, and you look good as ever. Right. Well, what brings you two here? Jared emerged from behind me, revealing the surprise that his parents wanted to move in with us for the time being. I acted my part, gasping and oohing at the appropriate times, and everybody seemed to be pleased with themselves. We welcomed the couple inside, and that was when I let loose my tongue that I'd held back for all these years. So, you two think you can just waltz in here acting like you own the place? Who said that I wanted you here? Dee Dee, what the hell? Shut up. No, Jared, I won't shut up. I've shut up for way too long. You? I pointed at Todd. You know what you tried to do to me all those years ago. Tell the truth now. I'm warning you. I'm warning you all. This is your last chance to come clean. Oh, brother, here we go again with the lies. I told you that she was still delusional, but you insisted that we make amends. Guys, I'm so sorry that she's acting like this. Why don't you go back to the kitchen where you belong and bring us some food? We're your guests, and what's more, we came here to make peace. But you're too stupid and selfish to realize that, Jared. When you're going to pay for this fool to get a degree, maybe she'll learn some sense during her course. The both of you think you're so smart with your degrees and your fancy lives. Yeah, I might not have been raised the same way as y'all. My English isn't perfect. I mess up a lot, and I don't like reading. But I'm still talented. I'm business savvy, a hard worker. I'm bilingual, and I look good. Something that your husband loves to appreciate. Why, you little... John, I think it's time to initiate Plan B. Plan B? What the heck was Plan B? Well, let me tell you. Plan B was to kick me out of the house. Yep, I found out through those same text conversations that Todd and Greta especially, were concerned if I were to act out again, especially since their arrival was meant to be a surprise. They all agreed that if I acted out of line, Jared would have to kick me out. Are you sure? Yes. Dee Dee, you see, my parents and I have discussed this for a minute, and we came up with a Plan B to deal with you when you act like this. When I act like what? When I speak the truth? When you get crazy like this? Crazy? Look, I'm just saying, you'll have to move out for some time, okay? Until you can cool your head and stop acting so damn crazy all the time. Oh, you think this is crazy? You haven't seen crazy yet, babe, because guess what? I have news for you. You're the one who's going to be moving out. Except the difference is you'll be moving out for your whole lifetime. What? What do you mean? I pulled out the papers. Yep, the same ones that Jared signed a month ago, and guess what those papers were? They were papers to transfer ownership of the house to me. That's right, folks. I swindled that man out of a big, beautiful, gorgeous house. And with the conditions I set in the contract for the changing of ownership, not only did I own the house, but everything in it. That's why he had to sign so many times, because he was signing the change of ownership form, the new title on the deed, as well as the contract stating that he was fully aware of what he was signing, even though he wasn't. I explained all of this to my husband and in-laws, and they were angry, obviously, hurling insults at me and threatening to sue. Yeah, good luck trying to sue me, babe. Were you under duress when you were signing? Signing? I didn't sign anything. Let's take her to the police right now. Are you sure you don't remember? Oh, my God. Mom, Dad, I messed up. I messed up big time. Yep, that night you were acting all high and mighty when I was massaging your feet. You know, for someone who went to college, you're pretty dumb when it comes to signing things. Don't you know that you're always supposed to read what you sign? Why, you little... I'm calling the cops. You can try it, lady. They'll just call you all stupid. It's right there, signed, sealed, and delivered. You can see his signatures handing me ownership. And what would you tell the judge? That you were so relaxed that you didn't bother to check what you were signing? Exactly. No one's going to believe you. Consider the house retribution for not believing me all these years and for deliberately making me feel awful because you were too blind to believe me. But Jared, we'll see each other in court when I divorce your butt. Now all of you get the hell out of my house. Everyone in the room was shocked. No doubt they were surprised that a simple, uneducated girl like me could get away with a plan this mischievous. People might judge me because I stole this house, but I don't care. This was me getting my reparations for all the times they made me feel small. And if I'm being honest, I should have stolen more than the house. Jared's ego was bruised. Todd looked too stunned to speak, and Greta was huffing and puffing, trying to find the words to say. But she knew she couldn't say anything. They were all played. I kicked all of those bozos out, declaring that I was done with their abuse, their manipulation, and their lies. No longer would I be a victim in their lives. Then, not too long after everything went down, word on the street started spreading like wildfire. Turns out Todd, that slimy snake, got caught trying to hook up with some underage girl. Can you believe it? Now he's facing some serious time in the slammer. Thank God someone was finally able to catch him. Guess he finally got what was coming to him. Greta, bless her heart, finally woke up from her delusions. She saw the truth about her precious son's actions, but I ain't got time for her late sympathy. She turned a blind eye for way too long. Too little, too late, darling. As for Jared, that big-headed fool, his ego got a smackdown like you wouldn't believe. He couldn't even gather the guts to fight for the house in court. He was too busy licking his wounds and feeling all embarrassed that he got swindled by his uneducated wife. Well, tough luck, buddy. The victory's all mine, and you're left with nothing but regrets. Life's looking really good for me now, my darlings. I'm getting that sweet alimony and living it up in the lap of luxury in that gorgeous house that used to be tainted by their toxicity. I'm savoring this freedom, baby. It tastes so damn sweet. The world is my oyster, and I'm going to grab it by the pearls. But before I conquer the world, I got one dream to chase. I'm going to open my hair salon where beauty meets empowerment. It'll be a shrine to my strength and resilience, showing the world how I rose above the mess, from a simple housewife to a badass entrepreneur. I'm the architect of my destiny. So let's raise a glass to the underdogs who triumphed, to the power of resilience, and to living life on our own terms. I'm off on my next adventure, exploring the world with the fire in my soul and a heart full of gratitude. This is my story, and I'm the fearless queen who slays the demons of a toxic past.